In the aftermath of disasters at home or abroad, Tzu Chi volunteers act quickly and efficiently to serve those affected with love. In order to deliver aid efficiently, volunteers must first survey the disaster and compile the list of disaster victims. However, how did Tzu Chi begin such disaster relief procedures? In today's Tzu Chi 50th anniversary series, we take a look back on how the disaster relief mission in the aftermath of Typhoon Nora in 1973 helped Tzu Chi set the model and principles for disaster relief.
风雨同舟祝国庆，自强奋斗新中华。
Back in 1973, people in Taiwan celebrated Double Day in the rain, the day after Typhoon Nora brushed past Taiwan.
今年的双十节，拉纳台风过境，带来漫天风雨。
Back then, few people were aware that the typhoon had devastated eastern Taiwan.
受灾的
There were no news reports of the devastation because communications were not widespread, and the media didn't want to report any bad events.
报喜不报忧了。
Cao Chen-Jingzhi bought her own blankets for the typhoon victims and joined her husband, a doctor, in holding free clinics. They even took time to survey the disaster.
镇公所那边就可以知道一些信息。
We had to go door to door to get information besides going to the township office. Then I borrowed a phone at Deli Beancurd shop to contact people at the Jingse abode.
功德会没有电话，我要的电话是在得力豆腐干。
It was during the 7th year since the founding of Tzu Chi Foundation. Although the transport network was disrupted, Master Zheng Yan went to the disaster area to survey the disaster.
发动募款，因为咱功德会迄阵阵的基金哦。
The Tzu Chi Foundation had about 200,000 NT dollars left, so we had to canvass for donations. As we estimated that 600,000 NT dollars were needed, everyone pitched in to canvass for donations.
Another senior volunteer, Wang Tianding, who was then the principal of Fengtian Elementary School in Taidong, took 10 days off to collect information of the disaster victims.
We surveyed the areas, and the teachers helped compile the list. Then I brought the list to Hualien.
Next, volunteers double-checked the information provided by residents in Taidong before narrowing the list down to 671 disaster victims who were the most affected. They then sent postcards to notify these victims.
你可以领多少钱？有交通费。
We told them how much they could receive. They could get at least 1,000 NT dollars. Tzu Chi also sent us many blankets from Hualien, which we stored at Zhongshan Hall, the county headquarters of the Kuomintang.
我们放在中山堂，在那个县党部。
This is the first large-scale disaster relief work carried out by Tzu Chi, and it set the precedent for Tzu Chi's future disaster relief principles.
把它给数据化。
We put numbers on the name lists, so it was easier to manage. The first goal is to make predictions for the future. In Japan or Europe, they do follow-ups of disaster victims for 3 to 4 years, so they can use it to make predictions.
Disaster relief work in the aftermath of Typhoon Nora set the precedent of surveying disaster, canvassing for donations, compiling victims list, and holding distributions. Later, Tzu Chi also set up the 5 types of disaster relief aid, including long-term aid, emergency aid, house renovation, winter aid distribution, and large-scale disaster relief.
One. No. How many of you?
这些人来了，今天呢，我们就让他们分组到不同的那个社区里面呢，去帮我们收集灾民的名单。
Even in distant countries, disaster survey and compilation of victims lists have also become the first steps of disaster relief work. For more than 40 years, Tzu Chi has since built up the experiences, so when disasters strike, whether at home or abroad, Tzu Chi volunteers can act quickly to serve those in need with gratitude, respect, and love.